Between Malachi and Matthew, 400 years passed, and there was no prophet, no priest, no statement made from God. There was silence. Let us read the last thing that God says before he closes the Old Testament. Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. See, I will send you the prophet Elijah, and he will go before the great day of the Lord. 6. It says, he will turn the hearts of the what? Fathers back to the children, and the hearts of the children back to the fathers. Or else, God says, I will have to come and strike the land with a curse. So the last thing God says to us, out of all those books in the Old Testament, the last thing God says is, I'm going to send the Messiah, and the guy who will introduce him will focus his message on one thing, turning the hearts of the fathers back to the children, and the children back to the fathers. In other words, God is saying, look, the most important act of the Messiah will be restoration of fatherhood. John the Baptist said in the book of Luke chapter 1, and here's what his message was. Many of the people will he bring back to God, and he will bring back to God the people who strayed away from their fathers, and the fathers who strayed away from their children. The focus of Jesus will be fathers. He will return the hearts of the fathers back to the children, and the children back to their fathers. You know, it begins by saying, returning the hearts of the fathers back. Then it says the children will come back. That means the children strayed away because the father strayed away. So he's not going after the children first. And please note that the mother is never mentioned here. According to God's perspective, the woman is not the problem. He's going after the fathers, which means God's priority is fathers, getting the fathers back in position. Why is this so important? Because God made the male as one of the keys to the human family. Let me make a little note here. There are 6.7 billion people on earth, and God only created one human. He never went back to the soil. Women were not made from the soil. God only made one human, and there are 6 billion of them today, which means that 6 billion came out of one. That means that the male was the source of the human family. Matter of fact, the word source is important here. The word source in Hebrew is the word Abba, A-B-B-A, write it down. And it actually means that which releases and sustains. The male is the first creature God created in the human race, and he became the source of all humans. Therefore, the foundation of the human family is the male.